Hey YouTube, this is Alexander, and today I'm going to be giving you my full video review of the Blue Yeti USB microphone, specifically the Blackout edition. So just to give you a little bit of a backstory, I was tired of recording audio with my Nexus 5 or my webcam, and I needed something a little bit more professional. And then Black Friday rolled around, and they had this guy for an insanely lower price than normal, so I went ahead and picked it up, and I've really liked it since then, and so I thought I'd give you guys a full video review. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into it. So before we actually get into how it works and the different modes and things like that, I wanted to first comment on the build and the way that it feels. Firsthand, I honestly didn't expect it to feel this premium. I took it out of the box and everything, and I was just blown away by the weight. It's definitely heavier than I thought it would be. It doesn't feel like cheap plastic or a cheap type of metal or hollow or anything like that. It definitely has some heft to it, which is really nice. The base is a good anchor for the entire setup here. The black looks really nice, and it's stealthy, and it sort of matches my whole setup that I have. And I really like the way that the knobs work and everything. They just feel like they're going to really last a long time if you take care of it. But with the construction out of the way, let's go ahead and see how it actually works. So you can see this is a USB to mini USB connector here. We just plug the USB end into our computer, by the way, which can be running anything from Mac OS X 10.4.11 all the way up to the newest version, and Windows XP and Vista all the way up to 8.1. And then we plug the other smaller mini USB end into the mic. The cable feels really nice. It's thick. It's not going to really tangle easily. And it is pretty long at about, I think, maybe 3 feet or 3.5 feet or so. Anyway, plugging it in is simple. You just plug in the mini USB end into the Blue Yeti itself right there on the bottom, and you're good to go. So taking a look at the front, we do have the blue logo, which is nice. It's sort of a faux chrome trim. And then the mute switch is going to blink once we've pressed it, indicating that it's not really recording audio, it's not picking anything up. Right underneath that, we of course have the volume knob, which is going to adjust the volume for when we have headphones connected to this guy, which, yes, it does have a headphone jack right here on the bottom. We've got a 3.5mm headphone jack. You plug in your headphones and you'll be able to hear yourself when you're recording. And I believe you can also hear any audio coming from your computer if you change your audio devices or your playback devices, which is nice. And then of course we've got a little hole right next to that for presumably a stand. Now on the sides we do have some more knobs which are going to loosen the microphone in this little cradle or in this little holster here, allowing us to more easily move it back and forth, tighten it, or presumably take it out. So turning over to the back, we do have the gain knob, which is going to make the microphone more or less sensitive to noise. So making the gain higher will make it more sensitive to noise around whatever the microphone is recording, and a lesser gain will make it less sensitive to any noises around. And then right under that you can see we do have a pattern knob, which is going to allow us to adjust to the different modes that the mic does come with. So the first mode, all the way to the left, we do have the stereo mode, which is going to capture audio from the front, left, and right, and a little bit from the back for vocals or choir and instruments. Then the next mode you see, the omnidirectional, is going to capture sound equally from all parts of the microphone, front, back, left, and right, for conference calls, field recordings, events, and orchestras, and those types of things. And then the third mode, we do have the cardioid, which is good for podcasts, voiceovers, vocals, and instruments, since it only records from one side, which is the front. And then the last but not least mode, we do have bidirectional, which is going to record from both the front and the back, which is good for interviews, instruments, and vocal duets. And all of these different modes can be found on Yeti's site, as well as the quick start guide that comes with the mic when you buy it. And it's got nice little cartoon sort of drawings in here to let you know how to use your microphone and get adjusted to it. So unfortunately for the Blackout edition, it appears that the paint shipping is inevitable. I'm very, very careful with my mic, and I move it just a few inches on my desk whenever I need to use it or put it away for the night. And it seems that the paint shipping just, you know, happens on its own. I was very careful with it. I was actually preparing the review here, and make sure the knobs work and everything, and a little bit of the paint just kind of fell off, which was really strange. I didn't do anything to ruin the paint or anything like that. And right above the gain is a similar issue. You can see a little bit of wear and tear right above it, a little bit of chipping. But other than those things, you know, I really love this mic, especially the Blackout edition. It just matches everything in my setup I've got going on my desk. And I wouldn't hesitate to recommend this mic to anybody looking for something like this, but maybe stay safe and get a silver one or something like that, or maybe the black or platinum edition. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe down there for more, and remember, if you guys are interested, I will leave a link to this down below in the description. And I hope you guys have a great Friday and an awesome weekend. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.